touch this.
At Greg Tilley's in Bossier City, we now offer the high-quality Cavalier home. You've got to see our newest model, our home theater model. A real home theater with theater chairs and step-down floors and a hobby room. Finished sheetrock and loaded. That's at Greg Tilley's in Bossier City.
Why was Cold Desert voted best of the Delta? Again? Could be our 5 talented custom tattoo artists. Yeah, that's it. Cold Desert Tattoo, Cypress Street, West Monroe.
Okay, let's begin.
Ready? And now,
So are you ready?
back to the music. Let's do it.
Okay, turn it on.
Welcome to Big Z Country, Z107.5.
If you're whispering, or if you're standing up and shouting, got the windows up, or you took the top down. If you got big dreams, but you got big doubts, well, you're doing it right. Yeah, if you're keeping it simple, then you make a big scene. If you're doing your best, and you make a mess of things. If you're trying, if you're crying, all that really means is you're doing it right. Yeah, you're doing it right. You're shining your light. You ain't losing your mind. No, everything's fine. You're dropping the ball, but you're picking it up. You're stumbling and falling in love. You're hanging on tight. You're praying each night. You're doing it right. Well, if you're cutting your hair, or you're growing it out, if you're compromising, then putting your foot down, if you're reminiscing, or living in the here and now, you're doing it right. If you're paying full price, or you get it on sale, if you're lending a hand, or taking a friend's help, well, I'm talking to you, but I'm really talking to myself. You're doing it right. Yeah, you're doing it right. You're shining your light. You ain't losing your mind. No, you're doing just fine. You're dropping the ball, but you're picking it up. You're stumbling and falling in love. You're hanging on tight. You're praying each night. You're doing it right. See, I've made every mistake there is to make, so I ought to know the only real mistake is not letting them go. So just let them go, 'cause you're doing it right. You're shining your light. You ain't losing your mind. No, you're doing just fine. You're dropping the ball, but you're picking it up. You're stumbling and falling in love. You're hanging on tight. You're praying each night. You're doing it right. Yeah, keep fighting that fight. Keep praying each night. You're doing it. You're doing it right. Yeah, you're doing it right.
The country stars you want to hear are right here on Big Z Country. Big Z Country, Z107.5 is KXKZ Ruston, West Monroe.
Well, it's about that time on Z107.5 for Southern Outdoors on your radio dial. It ain't just hunting, it's a way of life, from them Louisiana swamps to them skyscraping pines. Talking about bass, bucks, ducks, squirrels, turkeys, and hogs, Gulf Coast fishing and gigging bullfrogs. We talk about it all. It's about that time for Southern Outdoors. It's a way of life for the backwoods country folks. From the deer stand to the duck blind, here in sportsman's paradise. It's Southern Outdoors on Z1075.
Here's the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show with your hosts, Brandy Watson and Todd Causey.
Welcome to Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors on Z1075, your favorite country radio station. And we are here tonight, and we're going to take you through all sorts of things. We're going to talk about a little frog gigging. We're going to talk about a little archery. We're going to talk about a little fishing.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about everything. Try to inform you on as much as we can in the short amount of time as we got.
I'll tell you one thing that I'm very happy about.
And what is that?
Sunshine. I am so glad the sun is finally shining.
Yeah,
it rained for 6 days.
That's right. The sun has been nice the last few days. I hope it continues on, but I think we got rain in the forecast for tomorrow and Thursday. Mm-hmm. But maybe we won't get none of it at our house because we don't need it.
No, we don't. And especially our neighbors, bless their heart, Cody and Paige, they don't need it because they've got a mobile home they're moving in, and they have had a time with it with the rain and everything. And I told Paige, one of my good friends, I said, I think we're in the same boat because anytime we start a project at our house or they start a project at their place, it starts raining. And it just rains for days and days and days. But thank the good Lord for the sunshine.
Yeah, it's been nice out there. The water's warming up. Sun's coming up. Got the pool up and ready to go. Water cleaned up. The water's heating up on it. It's been nice getting out there swimming in the pool in the evening time. But looks like we got some rain coming. But hopefully it'll miss us and we can get through the week without it at our house and get through the plans this weekend. Maybe Cody and Paige can get their trailer set up on the pad and get that thing hooked up and get moved in this hitch while Cody's home. Yeah,
we're looking forward to that. Looking forward to helping them because they've helped us out tremendously over the past couple of years. And, there's just like so many, little projects that we've had going on in our projects. Or some of our projects, household projects, I guess, building the porch and the pool is starting to wind down. We're going to start working on some of our hunting projects that we have coming up. So we're excited about that. And I know Todd's wanting to get a new skin and shed built and also got some deer stands that he's wanting to put up. So this is a good time of year to start working on that, too.
Yeah, got some deer stands. As everybody knows, bow season is getting closer and closer every single day. And I'm a little behind on getting bow stands up. And normally this time of the year I've got my bow stands up and scouted out and been feeding protein pellets and mineral blocks and such as that, but I've been a little behind because of the projects we've been going on, but looking forward to them winding down and getting those stands up. Of course, great time of the year to be putting deer stands up when it's getting close to 100 degree weather, ain't it?
Yeah, if you are out there doing that, if you are getting your summer, spring food plots, I can't say spring anymore, summer food plots ready, and you're starting on your preparations for the upcoming hunting season, make sure you don't overheat. Take your breaks, take the precautions, and take a buddy with you. Always, have a buddy out there just in case something does happen.
Take plenty of water. Take plenty of water, drink a lot of water. This time of the year, it's real hot outside. It don't take long. I've noticed, when you're doing work, it's easy to stop and take a break. You're mowing the grass, you're building porches, you're doing this, you're on your job working out in the heat. It's easy to say, well, it's time to take a break. I'm thirsty. I need to hydrate. But when you're out there doing them projects like that, putting up deer stands and things that you really enjoy doing, sometimes you forget about, I need to stop and take a break because you're enjoying what you're doing so much. So just remember, stop and take your breaks while you're out there in the woods. You don't have a lot of air flowing around you, especially if you're in the middle of the woods like I like to bow hunt, So you don't have a lot of air blowing around you. It gets hot real quick. So take plenty of breaks, drink plenty of water.
And you're listening to Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. We're going to take you to your Nomies Tech Tip, and we'll be back with more after this.
Here's another Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Tech Tip, brought to you by Nomies Pawn and Gun in Jonesboro.
Come to the biggest little store around, Nomies Pawn and Gun in Jonesboro, Louisiana. Diamonds, jewelry, guns, big screen TVs, tools, and a whole lot more. Purchase a scope, Nomies will mount it free of charge. Free bore sighting, 0% down and no interest on 12 months, same as cash. Nomies has been in business for 30 years. Nomies Pawn and Guns, where you get everything from diamonds to double barrels. 418 Allen Avenue in Jonesboro, Louisiana.
Southern Outdoors Tech Tip is brought to you by Nomies Pawn and Gun, located in Jonesboro, Louisiana, where you can get anything from diamonds to double barrels. So go by and see Sonny and tell him Southern Outdoors sent you. As 3D archery season has come to a close, it's time to start getting your bows ready for the upcoming bow season. I know a lot of 3D shooters use their hunting bows for 3D archery as well. So there, in some cases, a transformation needs to take place. Time to start taking all of your 3D tournament equipment off of your bow and getting your hunting equipment installed. Some of us are do-it-yourselfers, and some will take their bows to their favorite archery shop to have it done. Either way is fine, but there are a few things you need to keep in mind, like having that string checked out. Make sure it's in good shape. You don't want to have to replace it mid-season. You're going to be sighting in your broadheads and hunting sights anyway, so what better time to have that string replaced. Also, be sure to eliminate all those little squeaks that has been bugging you all 3D season. Don't want a minor squeak to spook off a trophy buck that you've finally gotten in the bow range. For us bow hunters, there is a lot of preparation that goes into just getting your bow ready, as well as getting yourself tuned in for that perfect shot. I know if everyone else is like me, bow season can't get here soon enough, and I've already started getting my stands and my bow ready. So don't wait to the last minute. Go ahead and get these things done before time runs out. Good luck this bow season.
Let's get back to more on the outdoors way of life with the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show on Z107.5.
And welcome back to your crazy crew here at Southern Outdoors. I'm your host, Brandy Watson. We have the other host, Todd Causey, over there. He's playing with his headset and microphone and all sorts of stuff and running that board. And if it wasn't for him running that board, we wouldn't have a show, so I want to thank him for that. But I'm telling you, I am so looking forward to this summer, and I guess it's just the sunshine. I'm getting where I just feel like I need to just get into something, and I'm thinking I want to go frogging.
You thinking so?
I'm thinking so. Sitting on the back porch listening to them frogs croaking, I think it's a good time to go frogging.
It is. There've been a lot of people catching frogs here lately.
Mm-hmm. Sure has. Now, if you're interested in frogging in Louisiana, you must possess a basic resident or non-resident fishing license. They can only be caught for personal use and not commercial use. And you cannot destroy the stumps or logs that, if you're out there and, you can't go out there and just knock a...
Destroy their habitat.
Yeah. So you can't take dynamite out there with you or anything.
Who ever heard of frog hunting with dynamite?
I don't know. I mean, you watch enough Duck Dynasty, they're always blowing something up. I'm sure they've tried that.
Ain't no telling what a redneck will try.
No, and you're one that's done some redneck stuff this past week, I can tell you. Now, frogs may be taken with a visible light or a mechanical device such as a frog catcher, gig, or spear. And the way I usually like to do it is, frog catcher or gigging, and I do catch them with my hands from time to time. But like my grandma always said, if you get a frog on your hand, you're going to get a wart.
I don't think you're going to get a wart from an old bullfrog.
That's just a wise tale.
Yeah.
See, at least it made you laugh. I'm kind of having a good time, and he's over here looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yep. I like catching them any way possible.
I like catching them when you almost fall. I like watching you try to catch them when you almost fall off the boat. That's funny to me.
That's happened a few times. I fell out of the boat many times. A cousin of mine, was it last year? was frog gigging and wound up sticking the frog gig in his leg and had to go to the emergency room and get it pulled out.
Yep. So I guess I can say it runs in your family, huh?
Yep.
So now, like we were saying, you cannot use dynamite to blow the frogs up, nor can you shoot them with a gun. You know, and nor is it good to gig yourself or anybody else that may be in the boat with you.
That's exactly right.
Little John.
Yeah, as
Are
Little
you
John.
listening to this?
That can get expensive when you make a trip to the emergency room and get the gig pulled out of your leg.
I imagine it hurt.
I imagine it did. I'm glad it was him and not me.
Frogging is legal in all months except April and May. You cannot go frogging in April and May.
Good thing it ain't April or May, huh?
I think we passed them months a couple of months ago.
Yeah, well, I skimmed right through them because I don't even remember April and May.
I know this year's going by so fast. It's already July.
I'm telling you, I mean, halfway through the year, before you know it, it'll be 2015. You're wondering where to in 2014
I know,
went.
somebody posted something about Christmas shopping or something on Facebook, and they're very glad it's Facebook because I just reached through the phone and slapped them. I'm like, seriously, already you want to talk about Christmas in July? I mean, that's just...
Yeah, I ain't got over last Christmas yet.
No kidding. Especially for us that are not shoppers. I mean, I am not the average let's go to the mall, go shopping type girl. I'm like, my shopping is usually out in the woods, you know, with a gun, you know, like that grocery shopping or something. I'm not a big retail shopper.
Yeah, not real big on going shopping, so I'm one of those that always wind up. Here we are in July talking about Christmas shopping. What are we doing?
Well, we're talking about
I'm the one who's always the week before Christmas. You know, the 21st, 22nd. That's when I get my Christmas shopping done.
I'm the one that has to go into the store when I have to go in the store to get something. You know, I'm like, get in Walmart, get your crap, and get out. You know, if I run past something I think somebody might like, I throw it in the buggy. Then that way I don't have to do the whole Christmas shopping or anything like that. So, but anyway, to get back on the frogging. So, you know, we're talking about frogging being legal in all months except April.
A frog gig. That's a good Christmas present. Get someone a frog gig for Christmas.
Hey, that would be. I'd like that. No, I don't think most women could say that, but I like frog gig. Work for me. There is a length requirement. Measure the tip of the muzzle to the posterior end of the body between the hind legs. Bullfrogs must be 5 inches or larger, and pig frogs must be 3 inches or larger.
That's from the tip of his nose to his crotch.
Okay, well, we're glad we put that in redneck terms.
Put that in redneck terms so y'all can understand it.
But frogs harvested on private land, pond, or waters where the individual is authorized to hunt are not limited by length requirements.
Repeat that again.
But frogs harvested on private land, ponds, or waters where the individual is authorized to hunt are not limited by the length requirements. Like, I guess if you have your own pond like we do.
That means we can keep any frog we want in our pond. Or in a pond or body of water that we have permission from the owner to go frogging in.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we even really have to go to the pond. All we got to do is open the back door because there's frogs all over the backyard.
But who wants the little bitty frog legs anyway? I like my frog legs to be big.
I think it's fun to catch them and scare the tar out of some people with them.
I seen one on Facebook the other day as big as a rabbit.
Really?
I bet you that thing was 2 foot long.
Huh.
Big frog.
Go figure. You think it was photo? What do you
Well,
call it?
it's on
Photoshop, photo, whatever.
It's on Facebook. You have to go look it up on Facebook somewhere. However you would do that on Facebook. I'm not a Facebook guru, but that's where I seen it at. So I'm sure you could find it somewhere.
I wouldn't believe everything I see on Facebook.
Exactly.
But anyway, you're listening to Hicks and Ford Southern Outdoors on Z107.5, and we're going to take you to your Good Things Fishing Report, and we'll be back with more after this.
At Hicks and Ford, we have upfront pricing. Upfront pricing means our low prices are right on the windshield.
My name's Philip. I'm from West Monroe, Louisiana. I was at another Ford dealership about to sign the papers when a phone call came, and one of my buddies said, "Man, go try Hicks and Ford in Monroe, Louisiana." It worked out perfect. I thought I was a Chevy guy, but now I'm on Ford number 2, and I ain't never going back. It's got the power, it's got the room, and that sucker hauls. Hickson has it.
On the Hicks and Ford Southern Outdoor Show, it's time now for the Fishing Report, brought to you by Good Things in West Monroe.
Good Things of West Monroe has that one-of-a-kind gift, whether you're looking for rustic, hunting, or western decor. Good Things also carry concealed carry purses by Montana, as well as western and blingy ones too, dresses and wild-colored leggings, and contour tees. Good Things also has Mexican pottery and outdoor decor, just in time for spring and summer. Good Things, 3001 Cypress Street, West Monroe, or on Facebook at Good Things Gifts.
Welcome to Southern Outdoors Fishing Report, brought to you by Good Things Gift Shop. This is my wife's favorite shop. You can get all kinds of good things there, so go by and check them out. Largemouth bass. Largemouth bass fishing is going to be pretty slow at 78-degree water temperature. Bass will start moving much slower and feeding less aggressively until the water temperature starts to get back down to comfortable levels. When the water temperature is up this high, it's time to get out fishing early and late in the day, when the sun is not on the water. When you can get out for the entire day, it's a great time to fish some deeper water. Many large bass are taken this time of the year since bass fishermen typically get out deeper and fish slower with large baits. Like any other time of the year, the slower you fish with bigger baits on the deep drops and river channels, the better chance you'll have at that lunker. This is a great time to catch a trophy. Good luck out there today. Crappie. Your lake crappie will be much more lethargic in this water temperature. They will be in deeper and cooler waters. Crappie will be feeding, however. They will not be feeding aggressively unless the other fishing factors are at prime levels. Find some moving water that is clear and you should find some more aggressive fishing. Catfish tips. The entire catfish family is very active and actively feeding in this water temperature. All catfish, including blue catfish, flatheads, and channel cats, will be looking for their next meal. It's a perfect time to get out in the water and fill your freezer. So good luck.
Now back to the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show on Z107.5. It's not just hunting, it's a way of life.
And welcome back to Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. Don't forget to download the Red Peach Radio app free on your Android and iPhone and listen to us anywhere in the world. Or you can listen to us and watch us at Z1075FM.com. You never know what we're up to or what we're going to get into.
That's right. And you know, as we was talking about bow season, getting closer and preparing your deer stands and getting your bow ready, like we talked about on the tech tip, you know, this is a good time of the year to, if you haven't had your bow hunter education course, to get that course in. All your young hunters just starting to hunt, just starting to get your license, you have to have this course to bow hunt. And Hewitt's Archery and Pro Shop presents the International Bow Hunter Education Program, free to all, featuring the how-tos of bow hunting, your responsibilities as a bow hunter, bow hunting methods, tree stand safety, bow hunting safety, the unwritten law of the bow hunter, how to participate in reading signs, bow hunting equipment, field dressing, and much more. Now, this is going to take place on July 12th at Hewitt's Archery and Pro Shop. That's at 201 South Wallace Boulevard in Faraday, Louisiana. Time is 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pre-registration is required. It's a one-day class rather than a 3-day to help out the out-of-towners. Every beginner bow hunter needs this class. Bring these items: bows, arrows with field points, no broadheads. Kids under 14 years of age must be accompanied by an adult. Upon completion, you will receive your International Bow Hunters Education Certificate card. Every serious bow hunter, entry level or seasoned, needs this free course. So, if you're interested in taking this course, you can call 318-757-3319 and 318-757-9799. That's for a free International Bow Hunter Education course at Hewitt's Archery and Pro Shop in Faraday, Louisiana. So that's a good opportunity for you to get that class for free.
Yep. And it's not that far of a drive. I used to drive it all the time. So.
No, that's not Faraday's not a bad drive, especially, you know, if you are planning on doing any out of state, you know, us older folks like myself, you know, not the kids who just they have to have it. Most hunters these days have to have it as they get their hunting license. But us older guys who weren't required that when we got our hunting license, if you plan on traveling out of the state to do any bow hunting, and just, I ain't gonna say in all states, but in most states, you have to have this bow hunter class 2 buy tags in other states. So if you don't have it and you're thinking about doing some traveling, doing some bow hunting traveling, you might want to give them a call and go over to Hewitt's Archery Pro Shop in Faraday and get that free course.
Yep. And, I know Todd was telling me there's a lot more. We had the NELA Championship a couple of weekends ago, but there's a whole lot more archery shoots that they're going to be coming up.
That's right. The NELA 3D archery season, the tournament season leading up to their championship shooting banquet, that tournament trail is said and done. It's over with. The championship's been held. The banquet went great. All the champions have been named. The shooters of the year has been named. So that part of NELA is done. But all of the 4 clubs that are associated with NELA will be having bow hunter only class, or bow hunting equipment only tournaments, so you can bring out your bows, and they'll set targets up in hunting situations so you can practice, prepare your bows for hunting, get all your bow hunting equipment sighted in. They'll also be having a few benefit shoots. They've got Archers Against Cancer, against breast cancer shoot coming up at Simsboro, Louisiana.
Susan G. Coleman Foundation.
That benefits the Susan G. Coleman Foundation, but that'll be at Simsboro, Louisiana at Centerpoint Bowman on, I believe that's the 12th. Yep, the 12th, on July 12th. They got that shoot coming up, which that'll be, it's a great cause. It's a great shoot to go out there and enjoy the camaraderie of all the 3D archers and donate to a good cause. Two Paul Bowman's going to be having a bow hunter only equipment shoot. I believe is on August the 4th. I don't have the data right in front of me, but I'm almost positive it's August 4th. It is on the outdoor calendar. So on the outdoor calendars, you can get the exact dates if I'm wrong. But all the shoots, all the NELA clubs will be having these type shoots here in the near future. The bow hunting equipment only shoots, and they're fun shoots to go to because you're shooting your hunting bow. You got your hunting equipment. Everybody's the competition is over. The championship's over. There's no stress, no pressure of the championship. So you can just go out there and have fun and prepare yourself. Excuse me, prepare yourself for the upcoming bow season. So. Y'all get out there and support these clubs.
And you can swap all your hunting stories.
That's right, and just don't tell your hunting secrets, because everybody has that secret spot.
Everybody knows your secret, Todd.
What's my secret?
The hogs rule at your stands.
That ain't my secret. Everybody, that's not a secret. Everybody knows I have problems with hogs. But
well, maybe this year will be different. Maybe this year won't be as
bad. I got two new spots for bow hunting, and I feel real good about them. Like I said earlier, I hadn't had a chance to get out there and do my thing with them, but here in the next week or two, I'll be getting out there and getting my stuff done.
Over the next couple of weeks, there's going to be a lot of, or the next couple of months, there's going to be a lot of stuff involved with hunting. Hopefully, we'll be getting some more people in to hunt with us and, hanging some more stands, getting some better spots, and, getting our food plots down and everything. So I'm really looking forward to picking up a new spot this year, too. Getting to hunt a spot where you saw a good deer last year. I'm looking forward to that. And then you got your 2 new bow spots, and then I still have my smorgasbord of where I see all the does but only the bucks at night. Hopefully I can get a good buck to come in daylight hours this year.
Oh yeah, that stand's going to get better and better as time goes on, because you've sat and watched a lot of the young deer and let them go, and they're maturing and getting older, so that stand's going to get better and better. So you've seen quite a few or got trail cam pictures of quite a few nice young bucks last year that this year are even going to be even better bucks. And
I'm ready to see. I'm ready to start putting my trail cam up and see what I've got. See what I'm going to have coming back in.
So right now their horns are growing. So right now it's a good time to have your trail camera out and you can watch the deer as his horns grow and see which ones start making a pick list, if you will, a hit list, which ones you want to take, which ones you want to let grow. But that spot's going to be if you don't take a good buck off of this year, I'll be willing to bet you next year there'll be a couple real nice ones if you can just get them to come out there during the daytime.
I think I'm going to do some adjustments to my stand. I think I'm going to come in another lane, off to my left where I was here. And I know if y'all listened to the show last year, I have a real thick thicket to my left. When I say a thick thicket, I mean it's Todd can vouch for that. It's pretty thick, and I could hear my bucks in there scraping some trees, but I couldn't see them. It was so thick, and they would walk right past my stand. They would say just far enough, that I couldn't get a clear shot on them. Mm-hmm. So, but I'm looking forward to maybe cutting me a lane that way.
Yeah, we're gonna make some adjustments over there, and get her we not want to go in there and make a lot of changes as far as cutting a highway interstate down through there, but trim her out a few little spots so she can get some shots out in there. So them deer that's going around her, sneaking around her, she can get a shot at. And I would be willing to bet you that's where your bucks is going around you in the daytime.
Oh, I know they are. I know that's exactly. They come right back behind my stand, follow that fence there, and go right at that angle. Mm-hmm. So, but anyway, you're listening to Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. We're going to take you to your Dan Lord Plumbing Archery Talk, and we'll be back after this.
At Hickson Ford, we have upfront pricing. Upfront pricing means our low prices are right on the windshield.
My name's Philip. I'm from West Monroe, Louisiana. I was at another Ford dealership about to sign the papers when a phone call came, and one of my buddies said, "Man, go try Hickson Ford in Monroe, Louisiana." It worked out perfect. I thought I was a Chevy guy, but now I'm on Ford number 2, and I ain't never going back. It's got the power, it's got the room, and that sucker hauls. Hickson has it.
On the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoor Show, it's time now for your archery talk.
Dan Lord Plumbing, LLC, the place for all your plumbing needs, from big to small. Dan Lord Plumbing puts in septic tanks, treatment plants for residential and commercial, and even new construction. Dan Lord Plumbing has a camera and jetter service and can locate utilities. Dan Lord Plumbing, LLC. Don't go to sleep with a leak.
Welcome to Southern Outdoors Archery Talk, brought to you by Dan Lord Plumbing, where you can get all of your plumbing needs. Don't go to sleep with a leak. As the NELA 3D tournament season has come to an end, some clubs will be having bow hunting equipment only shoots so you can get your hunting bows tuned in. The only one on schedule at this time will be August 9th at Tupal Bowman Club at the Washita Parish Rifle Range. July 12th will be the Archers Against Breast Cancer benefit shoot at Centerpoint Bowman in Simsbury, Louisiana, benefiting the Susan G. Coleman Foundation. This will be a great shoot to attend. Proceeds go to a great cause. So y'all come out on the 12th and support this event. We will let you know of any bow hunting equipment shoots as they get scheduled.
Let's get back to more on the outdoors way of life with the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show on Z107.5.
And welcome back. I'm your host, Brandy Watson. Would like to take this time to thank some of our sponsors. Want to thank Hickson Autoplex over on Louisville Avenue in Monroe. If you need a new car, truck, whatever you need, go over there and see them at Hickson. They'll hook you up. I love my truck. We also want to thank Nomi's Pawn and Gun in Jonesboro, Louisiana. They have everything from diamonds to double barrel. We want to thank Dan Lord's Plumbing. Don't go to sleep with a leak. I love saying that. We also want to thank Wild Things Custom Meats, the best buffalo bacon burger you'll ever have in your life, and some amazing jalapeno poppers. And also we want to thank B&L Marine. If you're looking for something to get you out there on the water this summer, or if something broke and you need to get it fixed, or if you're looking for a new jet ski or tube, whatever, go over there and see them at B&L Marine. And also, last but not least, we want to thank Good Things. Good Things was on with us last week. We really enjoyed them being here, had a great time. And they have just about anything you can think of. And when I say they have all good things, they do.
That's exactly right. And they had a real good thing sitting on the counter here. Was that hog that he'd killed had a skull mount on it. It's an amazing hog, and we talked about it for a good 15 minutes last week, so I ain't gonna get all into it again. But he killed it during deer season, out there deer hunting. Deer season is getting closer and closer, like we said earlier. And I know I'm just like every other deer hunter out there, especially us bow hunters, because it's just a few months away for us. I am so much looking forward to October 1st this year. Like I said earlier, I got two great spots. Need to get Brandy out there with me when I go put those stands up, so she knows where my spots are in case I get out there hunting and something goes wrong. She knows how to come save me, if you will, or come find me. But that's another thing, talking about hunting and everything. Always let someone know where you're going to be hunting and what time to expect you home. That way, when the inevitable goes wrong, at least they know where you're at. They know how to direct someone to you to come find you.
And that's the same thing with fishing, y'all. Anybody that knows me personally knows that I am or used to be, and still diehard fisherman. I love to fish. I will go jump in a boat and take off in a heartbeat and not think twice about telling anybody what body of water I'm on, if I'm at the pond, if I'm at the lake, or where I'm at. But it kind of brought it to my attention here a few years back when I knew somebody that had drowned. You know, if you hit that water, you let somebody know where you're going, or at least what direction you're going. I'm going to Caney, or I'm going to Saline, or I'm going to the pond, or wherever you're going, because you never know. You may be the best swimmer in the world, but you don't know what's going to be underneath that water when you hit that water. So just let somebody know where you're going to be.
And let them know when you expect to be home. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, I know myself, I may go get on a deer stand in the morning time and tell myself I'm going to get out at 11 o'clock. But then action may be happening, the deer may be moving at that time, and I may sit there till, 2 or 3 o'clock. So, let them know what time you expect to be home. And, of course, I always have my phone with me, and so does Brandy. So if I know I'm going to be later than what I told her, if she's at home or she's on her distance, hey, I'm going to set another couple hours. And then she tells me the same thing. Hey, I'm getting down, going in the house, or I'm going to set another hour or two. So, let people know, because you never know when something may go wrong.
And that's the same thing. You get out there in the water, you start catching them fish, and the last thing you want is that phone. And I'm not going to lie, I'm world's worst about cutting that phone off because I want nobody bugging me. But, I mean, that's not always the best thing. Keep it on and just, and just in case, something does happen.
At least have it with you so you can let people know, hey, fish are biting, I'm going to stay another hour or two. But, safety first. I always think about safety. There's so many things that we do as hunters and fishermen that is hazardous. I mean, climbing up in a tree every day, that's hazardous. Driving to the stand, climbing out of the tree, making a shot. Who knows when something may go wrong when you're trying to make a shot. Or if you're out there fishing, you hit a stump, knocks you out of the boat. I mean, I've been in my boat many a times and have that trolling motor wound up because I see a school of fish going over there, not paying attention to what's underneath the water, and hit a stump. You stand on front of that boat, it can knock you out of there in a heartbeat.
If you're a fisherman and you've never fallen out of the boat, then you're not a fisherman. I'm just gonna say it call it like I see it, because if you have fished enough and you're a true fisherman, you have fell out of the boat one way or the other. It don't matter which end you've came out of that boat before. It's gonna happen.
That's right. So it's always best to let people know where you're gonna be, what time to expect you home.
Yep. And it's nothing. Talking about safety, you always hear us talk about safety. Excuse me. You always hear us talk about safety during hunting season and fishing and stuff like that. But 4th of July weekend is this weekend. Be safe out there. Watch where you're shooting them fireworks. Don't be shooting them at other people or kids. Watch the houses that are around you. Make sure there's no dry grass. Check with your local fire department or whatever to make sure that you can shoot. I think it's fine right now. I don't think we have any burn bans or anything like that going on.
Oh, no, it's been too wet to have any burn bans going on.
But you never know, so just be extra cautious when you're out there shooting them fireworks, or even cautious on the grill. I mean, don't put your grill up against a shop or any sort of wood that may overheat and catch on fire. And watch the kids run around, because they're going to be running around having a good time. Don't let them get too close to the grill. Don't let them fall in the pool. Just be extra vigilant this weekend, because we don't want anybody out there getting hurt. We want everybody to have a good, great 4th of July and be safe.
Yeah, everybody's going to be out having a good time this weekend. 4th of July is a great holiday to celebrate. It's right in the middle of the summertime. It really hasn't gotten too hot yet, but it's still pretty warm outside. But it's a great time to celebrate and shoot off them fireworks and fire up them barbecue pits and get them pools going if you have pools, or whatever it is you do, throwing horseshoes and everything. So just remember to be safe and be safe on the road back and forth. There'll be a lot of people traveling for
and no drinking and driving. If you start drinking and driving, stay at somebody's house or just park it somewhere. So
a lot of people will be traveling, back and forth to different gatherings, different barbecues going on. So just be safe.
And you're listening to Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors on Z107.5, and we're going to take you to your Southern Outdoors Bible verse, and we'll be back with more in just a minute.
Well, the good book says it's all I know it's true. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. You better watch where you go and remember where you've been. That's the way I see it. I'm a simple man.
This is the Bible verse on the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show.
And on your Southern Outdoors Bible verse for today, we go to Matthew chapter 7, verse 1 and 2. Do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. And this has been your Southern Outdoors Bible verse, Matthew 7, verse 1 and 2. God bless.
Now back to the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show on Z107.5. It's not just hunting, it's a way of life.
And welcome back. Sorry, y'all caught me daydreaming about fishing. Oops.
Daydreaming about fishing?
Yep.
Supposed to be. Never mind, I ain't going there.
I don't even want to know what you're saying.
Ain't no reason to daydream about fishing. You got a big old pond right across in front of the house. You can go fishing anytime you want.
But it's called work. I work all the time.
Trolling motor on the boat. You can just troll around, fish like you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Come back to the house when you want to. It's just.
So then when I go there and catch fish, I have to come home and listen to you, Mama, because I cannot believe you went over and caught them fish. I can't do that. You and your daddy can catch all the fish, and I can't do that. And he does say that. I'm not just picking on him. That's the truth.
I don't think so. I think she's giving me. I think she's just giving me a hard time, don't y'all?
Whatever.
But hadn't had much opportunity to go fishing in the pond. Your daddy's been doing a lot of fishing over there, and he's been catching some. He brought us a couple bags, thank goodness, because we ain't been going fishing. He brought us a few bags.
I'm gonna take a week off and just go fishing.
I'd like to take a week off and do nothing but fishing or lounging in the pool or no work, period. Nothing. Don't even take out the trash. You said it overflowing in the kitchen or something.
That's where I draw the line.
Just do nothing. I don't think I've had a week of doing nothing all year long.
I don't think we've had a week of doing nothing in years.
It's about time for a week of doing nothing.
And I was looking at Facebook, and I know y'all heard us talk. It was last year we went to Missouri, went to Dogwood Canyon, and that, I'm telling you, that is a little slice of heaven on earth, Dogwood Canyon in Lamy, Missouri. And they were talking about, it's where, I believe it was Waylon Jennings caught his first trout. And I've always said I want to get back up there and go trout fishing in the fall. But I'm really seriously thinking it's about time to go trout fishing, horseback riding, do a cattle drive. And you know what the best thing about being up there? The cell phones don't work.
That's exactly right. It is a beautiful, beautiful place, sitting on the edge of the mountains in Missouri.
Mountains.
And I mean, me and Brandy went down there when we got married last year, and planning on making a quick trip over there, and take the little wagon ride around and seeing all the sights, all the things that they had to see there. And trust me, the sights are nothing. Okay, it's not Eiffel Towers and things like this. It's caves and streams and waterfalls and things like that. Relaxing things. But anyway, we was gonna make a quick trip, and then we was gonna head to the Bass Pro Shop in Springfield. Well, when we got there, and we got there a little early for the tram ride or wagon ride. Got there a little bit early for that, so we said, well, we'll rent a couple bicycles and ride some bicycles for 30, 45 minutes till it's time for the wagon ride. Well, after the bicycle ride, we got on the wagon ride. We decided, guess what? We wasn't going to Bass Pro Shop. We stayed there all day. As a matter of fact, our car was the last vehicle in the parking lot, and they had to wait on us to leave to close the gate. We almost didn't even leave. Just said, let's just spend the night out here. They had a teepee up out there, just like an old Indian teepee. I said, we just sleep in the teepee tonight and start this thing all over again in the morning. It is so relaxing. We sit by the water in the stream, had our feet in the water, cool water.
The craziest thing to me was, okay, I'm a born and bred, wet-footed Louisiana country girl. I am used to muddy water. I have never seen clear water in my life. And it just baffled me how that water could be so clear and you could see them fish. Well, guess what your redneck radio host show did? Before Todd could turn his head, I done took my shoes off and I done got in the water and I was heck bitten determined to catch me one of them fish barehanded. He's like, get out of that. I'm like, nope, I'm gonna get me one of them fish. But it was a good time. He's like, I cannot believe it. I just never seen where you can actually see water that clear and it looks like the fish are just right there.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the streams there, but they're all stocked. They're stocked, I think, daily.
Yeah,
and
we actually got to watch them.
There are certain sections of the stream that is open to fish. You can rent your tackle, rod and reels and tackle right there.
Yeah, you don't have to have a fishing license. You do not have to get an out-of-state fishing license.
That's right. You can just go out there and just fish in those sections. But then there are certain sections that is guided to where a guide takes you out there, and that's where the bigger trout are, the browns and things like that. But most of the free spots to fish is it's got a lot of rainbow trout in it. And rainbow's a good eating trout. I've fished those before, caught them, and they're good eating. But I mean, it was just, we sit there and watch one guy catch 4 or 5 fish just like that, and I mean it's pleasant place to spend the day. I mean, it's
spend
quiet.
A day, spend a weekend or a week. I mean,
it's very quiet. I mean, the people that are there. A lot of people are walking. Some are riding the bikes that you can rent. Some of them bring their own bikes and ride their own bikes. But there's no hooping and hollering and screaming and all kind of chaos going on. It's just quiet and it's just, oh my gosh, it's relaxed. Sit down beside that stream and hear that water rustling across the rocks and things. It is
and then
relaxing.
When you go up in the mountains, you can actually see. They have the buffalo and the elk and all that. Once you go at the very top of the mountain, they have them up there. And you can actually, when I go back, I want to do the cattle drive. They actually have a real cattle drive where they have to bring the cattle down from the mountains, or up the mountain, depending on what season it is.
That's exactly right. And I think that's like a 2 or 3 day weekend. And you camp out there on the cattle drive and they cook right out there. I mean, it's a great place. If you ever get the opportunity to stop in there, even if you're just passing through and you're going to stop and spend a couple hours, trust me, when you leave there, you will be totally relaxed.
And you will be back. I mean, that's one place I've always wanted to go back to. But you're listening to Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. We're going to take you to your B&L Marine outdoor calendar, and we'll be back with more after this.
At Hickson Ford, we have upfront pricing. Upfront pricing means our low prices are right on the windshield.
My name's Philip. I'm from West Monroe, Louisiana. I was at another Ford dealership about to sign the papers when a phone call came, and one of my buddies said, man, go try Hickson Ford in Monroe, Louisiana. It worked out perfect. I thought I was a Chevy guy, but now I'm on Ford number 2, and I ain't never going back. It's got the power, it's got the room, and that sucker hauls. Hickson has it.
On the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoor Show, now it's time for the Outdoor Calendar, brought to you by B&L Marine. Ready to hit the water? Need that perfect boat? Well, B&L Marine in Monroe has you covered. Check out the Express Strikers 17-foot bass boat with 40 Yamaha outboard and trolling motor, dip finder, and trailer. Or the Express High Performance crappie boat with front and rear live wells and a 90-horsepower Yamaha outboard. B&L Marine has high-performance bass boats in 17, 18, and 19-foot loaded to your liking. Stop by 110 Old Bastrop Road and check it out at B&L Marine. And look for us on Facebook, too.
Welcome to Southern Outdoors Event Calendar, brought to you by B&L Marine, where you can get all of your boating needs. July 11th and 12th will be the Canyon Lake Majestic Big Bass Classic presented by North Central Louisiana Teams LLC. Tournament will start Friday at 8 p.m. till 12 noon on Saturday. There will be hourly weigh-ins as well as an overall big bass and overall stringer. July 12th will be the Archers Against Breast Cancer benefit shoot at Centerpoint Bowman in Simsboro, Louisiana. The shoot benefits the Susan G. Coleman Cancer Foundation. So please come out and support this event and cause. If you have an event you would like to have added to the outdoor calendar, you can contact us by Facebook message at Southern Outdoors Radio's Facebook page or email us at southernoutdoorsradio@yahoo.com.
Let's get back to more on the outdoors way of life with the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show on Z107.5.
And welcome back to Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. I'm your host, Brandy Watson, and we have the old toddler over there.
Yeah, the other host, old Todd Causey over here, a.k.a. Toddler, as Brandy calls me. But give a shout out to good friend Eric Shively. He's out there listening. He just texted me and told me that my wife was country than a cornfield.
I am country, and I'm proud to be country. I don't pretend to be nothing I'm not. I'm country. And anybody that really knows me personally knows just how country I am. And yes, I did jump in that stream and try to catch him trout barefooted one night during his head.
Yes.
He's like, you ain't in Louisiana anymore. You can't do that. And I said, well, I ain't in Louisiana, but I did do it. So it was fun anyhow.
Yeah, well, that was a fun day.
But anyway, I'm going to try to do that again when I go back up there. So I don't think they'll kick me out. If I get in that stream and catch one by hand, hey, I'll probably be the first person to either throw me out or laugh at me, one of the two. So, oh gosh, Todd's got this grin on his face, and if y'all are watching the webcam, that grin usually means something.
I'm just grinning at my friends' text messages coming in.
Oh Lord, help me.
That was Eric Shively. He just texted me back. He was laughing at what I said on the radio, and he texted me back. And like y'all don't know, he is a member. I think he's lead guitarist of the band Swamp Donkey, and he told me to be sure to give you a CD before we leave the studio today.
Well, thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. So, but anyway, talking about all the fishing and all that, I know Todd is talking about archery, and he is chomping at the bit ready to get on the stand.
Oh, chomping at the bit don't even explain what I am. I'm ready. You know, I do tournament shoot. I didn't get to do much tournament shooting this year, but I have separate bows for each. I have a tournament bow for tournament shooting, and I have a hunting bow for hunting season. So my hunting bow is always ready, so I can pick it up right now and start shooting it. I keep it tuned in and ready to go at all times. You never know when you might have to pull an arrow out and shoot something. Hogs run rapid, coyotes run rapid around our house, but make a long story short, I'm ready to start sitting in the deer stand, and that is another, talking about a
woo-saw moment.
Yeah, another one of the relaxing times. Ain't nothing more relaxing than sitting in a bow stand, listening to the creatures that God put on this great earth for us to hear and enjoy. Listen to them do their thing every day, and then having them deer come in, walking through your food plot, eating on your grass.
Well, in Todd's case, it's hogs.
All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that.
Okay, I had to pick on you a little bit. You've been picking on me.
But
turnabout's fair play.
It ain't always about sitting out there and killing something. It's about enjoying the day and enjoying being out there in God's great outdoors.
And that's the truth. It's being grateful for having that day, being able to sit on that stand and waking up that morning and being thankful for the day that you've got. And that's exactly what it's about, you know. And you're listening to Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. We're going to take you to your Wild Thing custom meat recipe of the week.
On the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show, it's time now for the recipe of the week. Brought to you by Wild Things Custom Meats.
Wild Thing Custom Meat serves a unique custom buffalo bacon burger, pork, elk, and buffalo sausage. And their pickles are, out of this world. Wild Thing Custom Meats caters festivals, private events, and company gatherings. Wild Thing Custom Meats, where everything is homemade and nothing is out of a box. They also do hog processing. So check them out on Facebook at Wild Thing Custom Meats or stop by 126 Oscar Kilpatrick Road, Taylor. This Southern Outdoors recipe is Bronco Burgers in celebration of 4th of July coming up. You're going to need 5 fresh jalapeno peppers, 4 pounds ground beef or ground deer meat, salt and pepper to taste, 1 egg, 1/4 cup of steak sauce, 1/4 cup minced white onion, 1 tablespoon of hot pepper sauce or Tabasco, and this is optional, 1 pinch of dried oregano, 1 tablespoon of Worcester sour sauce, 1 teaspoon of garlic, salt, 1/4 cups of crushed Frito chips, 8 large hamburger buns, and 8 slices of pepper jack cheese. Preheat a grill for high heat. When the grill is hot, roast the jalapeno peppers until blackened on all sides. Place in a plastic bag to sweat and then loosen the blackened skin. Rub the skin off, then seed if desired and chop. In a large bowl, use your hands to mix together the chopped jalapenos, ground beef, salt, pepper, eggs, the steak sauce, onion, hot pepper sauce, oregano, Worcestershire sauce, garlic salt, and Fritos. Divide this into 8 balls and flatten into patties. Grill your patties for 10 to 15 minutes, turning once or until well done. Top with a slice of pepper jack cheese. And this is your good Southern Outdoors recipe of the week.
Let's get back to more on the outdoors way of life with the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show on Z107.5.
And Wild Things Custom Meats has some amazing food. If you're looking for somebody to come out and cater your event, if you're like Todd and work in the oil field or gas field and you're looking for somebody to come out and cater your event, or if you got a festival you would like some good food at, call them at Wild Things Custom Meat because they have some amazing food. And talking about all this food, I know you and myself both are starving.
That's exactly right. There was a time we'd have been eating in here. I remember when we first started the show, it seemed like everybody we had on the show would bring some kind of food to eat while we were sitting in here doing the show, and we'd be nibbling the whole time the show. This is one of those days I wish somebody would have brought something.
I know, I'm starving. Neither one of us have ate all day long. Well, I ate a piece of cold, nasty pizza, but... No,
I skipped lunch today. I had to get out of the office of my day job so I could get here early enough to get some stuff done here in the studio, so I skipped lunch. Had to go by and help my son out, Caleb, with his phone, an issue with his phone, but anyway, get that taken care of. But so I skipped lunch today. Brandy skipped lunch today, so we're both looking forward to getting a bite to eat when we leave the studio.
Yep. And, love the recipe of the week and knowing how good that food is. Not being able to have any, it's like, how many more minutes?
Yeah, I wish Wild Things was sitting outdoors. We get one of them Buffalo Bacon Burgers.
Too bad they're all the way, about 20 miles down the road. But they do have some amazing food, so if y'all get a chance, check them out. But, there's so much going on right now. Y'all be safe out there on 4th of July weekend. Don't forget, mind your P's and Q's. Don't shoot anybody with a firework. Don't, strap it to a cat's back and let it run across the yard because you never know what rednecks are going to do. But anyhow, just be cautious. If you're out there on the water, on the lake, be cautious of the other boats on the water because, there's going to be a lot of people out there on the water and the lakes and the rivers this time of year.
That's right, and remember what the 4th of July is all about. Mm-hmm. It's not just about throwing a hog on the grill or throwing a chicken on the grill and grilling and hanging out with your friends. It's about celebrating our independence. So just remember what the 4th of July is all about.
Yeah, definitely. Get your flags up, hang your flags up, and be glad we got another year of independence and, thank God for it every day.
Exactly. But have fun. Enjoy yourself because I plan on it, and I'm gonna be cooking, on the grill. So I'll be doing my best to be as Brandy was saying a while ago. I'll have my grill safety tips out there so I can see them.
Yeah.
Keep my grill too far away from the shop and the porch and the wooden items so it don't catch on fire. Like a good friend of ours, Kenny Henderson, was grilling. He has a grill on his front porch and his grill set a little bit too close to the railing on his porch and grilling one night and he caught the railing of his porch on fire.
Well, that sounds like something you would do too.
Yeah, it does sound like something I would do, but I promise you if I did it, I'd look good doing it.
Everybody that knows Todd knows fire and Todd does not mix. If he starts to light something on fire, I'm usually looking to the closest person going, please get him to,
Well, there's 2 ways to start a fire. One's with charcoal lighter and others with gas. I mean, what other way is there to start a fire?
Y'all pray for us.
You want to get it going? You want to get it going quick? Throw some gas on it. It'll get going quick.
He really scares me. You really scare me with fire.
You should have been home today.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I do not want to know. Do not tell me.
Anyway, as we get back to talking about hunting, fishing.
We're talking about 4th of July safety
frogging.
tip. 4th of July safety tip. Keep Todd away from anything that is flammable.
If you do that, there ain't going to be no grilled food to eat.
I'm sure there's plenty of people around that can grill.
But some frog legs will be nice up this weekend, wouldn't it?
Oh, Lord.
Won't you?
When are we gonna go frogging?
Tomorrow you can go over and go frogging.
I gotta work tomorrow.
Well, call in the day for frogging.
Would you ask Gary about that and see how well it goes over?
You don't think Gary would agree for you calling in the day for frogging?
I don't think so. No.
Well, I can't call in the day for frogging myself. I've got a meeting tomorrow with Mr. Patrick Powell, our safety coordinator for our BU, so I got to meet with him tomorrow and go over some safety items.
We need to take on some more pro staffers to help us out.
Get somebody to go frogging for us.
That's serious. We really do. There ain't enough of us.
We don't have time to hunt. We don't have time to fish. We don't have time to frog. We don't have time. All we do is work. So we may have to. That's what we'll do. We'll hire some help to do all of our hunting, fishing, and frogging, and hog hunting and things like that for us while we work.
We hire somebody. I don't know. Anyway, we're getting way off the subject here.
How about we just quit work and do nothing but hunting and fishing?
Yeah, we won't be able to afford to do that. It's a never-ending cycle. But, hey, be very thankful. We do have really amazing jobs, really amazing bosses, and work for really great companies when there's some people out there that's not as fortunate as we are.
That is exactly right.
So, be thankful for every day you've got.
That is exactly right.
So,
you never know what tomorrow holds.
Nope, you sure don't. So we want to thank all of our listeners out there. We want to thank everybody from Canada to Costa Rica. We want to thank everybody from Maryland to Mansur, I guess. I want to thank all of our listeners down there in Hesmer and Pineville and our Ellick area. Thank everybody out there for listening. I hope y'all have a wonderful, safe 4th of July. Get some good food in your belly. Have a good time out there on the lake or wherever you may be going, and be safe out there on the road.
Yeah, that's right. Now, I don't know if any of y'all have been following the World Cup, but y'all, if you have, the USA got knocked out of it today and lost to Belgium 2-1 in overtime, and that was just plumb depressing.
Plumb depressing.
Plumb depressing.
That's redneck too. So you pick on me about being redneck.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but it was. I sure was looking forward to USA going to the quarterfinals. I was hoping for that, but they lost the match, and they're on the plane back to the great old USA.
Yep, great. You're right when you said great United States of America. Proud to be here. So I'm proud to be a Louisianian, web-footed, backwoods country girl.
I don't know about web-footed, but...
Well, technically not web-footed. I'm just using that as a figure of speech, talking about jumping in the water and catching fish with my hand. I ain't seen you do that yet.
I believe I have caught fish with my hands before. I can't remember, though, because I'm too old to remember way back when.
Anyway, we want to thank all of our listeners out there tonight. If you have any suggestions or there's anything you would like to hear on our show, you can send us an email at southernoutdoorsradio@yahoo.com or check us out on Facebook at Southern Outdoors Radio or send us a message at Southern Outdoors Radio. And Todd has got me cracking up here because he is looking at me like a possum eating grapes. What is so funny?
No, nothing's funny. Nothing's funny.
You're laughing.
I was just...
Anyway, you see what I have to work with here? You're listening to Hickson Ford, Southern Outdoors. We want to thank everybody out there tonight. Don't forget to download the Red Peach Radio app on your Android iPhone or go to Z1075fm.com and watch us live, and you'll never know what crazy toddlers here are going to do. Thank all of our listeners out there tonight. Remember, it's not just hunting.
It's a way of life.
Listen every Tuesday at 6 p.m. for the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show with Brandy Watson and Todd Causey. Check out the website for southernoutdoorsradio.com. Come on back next